in the 90s, there were a lot of computer shops. And in these computer shops, they would have, a whole rows and rows of computers that you could view and display, and they had various games on it and whatnot. One of the games that they had in there, or if you want to call it that, is Arthur's Birthday. And it's made or produced by this company called Living Books. And they produced a lot of games pretty much in similar fashion and style as Arthur's Birthday. The first time I saw it, I'm not sure if it was, I know it wasn't a Radio Shack, but it was a generic computer store. I'm pretty sure the computer was like a Pentium 2. It was like the thing back in the day. At least the processor. I'm thinking Pentium 2 at that time. And, I was a big fan of Arthur growing up. And they had this game in there, and I was just, back then I was blown away, because in these games you could click on pretty much anything on screen and an action or something would happen. And this would be after they actually read through the story. So it's almost like you have a living book, as hence the title. It's almost like you had a living book. And sometimes these games would have a little mini games in there and whatnot. But I don't know many people that have actually played or got into this stuff. I'm probably one of the few that I probably actually remember it. But I remember they were popular for a good period of time. But let me go to the video so you guys can kind of see what the gameplay is like.
Man, that little intro right there just takes me back. People keep thinking I'm playing when I say I'm a day one person when it comes to this type of gaming. I mean, my gaming library, goes across platforms. Though I'm not sure if you would want to technically call this a game. It's more of a, appropriately titled a living book.
Play inside my birthday story. Click right over there.
And most of the Living Books games had a cool little intro with the character talking and then doing something entertaining. I just haven't, personally, I haven't met anyone other than myself and my sister that has actually played this game. I don't run into people in any gaming store, in computer store, whatever, that actually grew up playing some of these games.
For yourself, said Mother. 4 more days until my birthday.
But as you can see, basically it reads the story out loud for you, or you can stop it there and read it yourself. And then in the picture there, you can point and click on various objects that have different effects. Some of them might break, dance, play music, have some type of effect or whatever. Of course, that little birthday thing in a teapot, that's a theme inside of this game. That's another common trend in their games. And that teapot's pretty cool, you gotta admit. But again, I'm curious, I mean, what you guys think? I mean, would you want to classify this as a game? I'd still say it's a game. I mean, you are still playing around with objects on the screen.
Asked Arthur. Are you kidding? Said Buster. Of course. Grandma's making chocolate cake. Said Arthur. I'll be there. Said the brain.
But basically, you go through the entire book, it reads it for you, and you get to the end, there's a conclusion.
Oh boy. We can play
and that's pretty much it. But it was a very cool and interesting experience at the time.
Have you been invited to the party?
Not yet.
That snake was pretty cool, you have to admit. I know these games had, I mean, all you're doing is clicking, but a lot of the actions that would happen were actually kind of fun. I mean, it was kind of fun. I mean, I remember being younger. I caught my parents a few times getting a kick out of some stuff that would go on.
Mercer Mayors.
Now, on the disc that I got, it had a few demos of some other games, and this Little Monster at School was one of them. Though I never got to play it.
Welcome to Living Books.
The demo was interesting back in the day. I got to play this demo. There's a few other demos on there as well. But again, guys, this was just a look at Living Books game Arthur. Just chronologizing another aspect of my gaming history. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. And enjoy the rest of the video.
It's time for school.